Back here in the U.S. tonight, into the other major news this Tuesday night, the life-threatening heat. More than 150 million Americans on alert from Texas to New York all the way up to Maine. Tonight, records have been broken across the East. 101 in Philadelphia, 102 in Boston, New York City reaching 99. The hottest temperatures in more than a decade. And factor in the humidity. You don't need me to tell you it feels well above 100. Tonight, the power outages, the Amtrak train halted, and what this does to the body over several days of heat when it doesn't cool down at night. Last night, the low temperature in New York City was 81. So Ginger Z is here. When does this break? And Janae Norman tonight with the warnings over this life-threatening heat.
Tonight, dangerous searing heat for millions. Power grids strained to the max. Anyone working outside is risking their life. Near Boston, 105-degree heat index in Norfolk. 2 firefighters battling a blaze rushed to the hospital for heat exhaustion. FDNY Manhattan Borough Commander Brian Gorman telling me the protective gear that keeps firefighters safe also makes them swelter.
The heat affects their decision-making ability, could affect the muscle capacity as you're operating at a fire, so it's very difficult, very challenging.
Across the Philadelphia area, where they hit the century mark,
we're out here digging trenches. Look at me. I'm soaked.
Workers like Denny Sharp and Roy Jones Jr. just trying to survive.
What do you tell yourself?
Get through today and get home.
Doctors say it's crucial for workers to look out for each other.
So my advice to them is frequent cooling, but also to work in a buddy system so that you can monitor each other for signs of heat illness.
In New York City, as the mercury hit a record-breaking 99 degrees, fans cranking at voting stations, thousands braving the heat to vote in the race for mayor, including candidate and former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah. It's a little warm, but today is the day.
In Queens, Con Edison handing out dry ice to thousands of elderly customers who lost power Monday. Officials begging all city residents to conserve energy.
And David, this is peak heat right now in the Northeast and still dangerously hot again tomorrow. Temperatures expected to soar into the 90s for a third straight day, officially making it a heat wave, David.
Second night in a row, we put you up on the roof here at ABC, and we sure do appreciate it, Janae. Come back inside. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z back with us tonight as well. Ginger, I know this is officially a heat wave tomorrow across much of the nation. Of course, the millions watching here tonight just want to know, Ginger, when does the heat break?
The heat breaks in about 24 to 36 hours, depending on your location. We will get to that, but let's start with how impressive this is, because this is not just daily record heat. This is all-time June record heat, meaning like Boston, Massachusetts at 102 today has never, and at least the time that records have been taken back to 1872, seen this type of heat in the month of June. Manchester, New Hampshire did it, Providence, Rhode Island, and Newark, New Jersey tied at 103. You mentioned that core body temperature and why heat is cumulative, and that can have a big impact on health. When you walk out the door for a third morning in a row and it feels like the 90s already, like it will in Philadelphia or Washington, D.C., that's a problem. That cold front approaches, but ahead of it, we're going to do one more afternoon with heat indices above 100 from Louisville and Memphis over to Philadelphia. Now, by Thursday and Friday, if you're in the Northeast or you're in Chicago, you have a brief reprieve, but look what happens. In Chicago, the temperature goes back into the 90s. The Mid-Atlantic, David, unfortunately, getting toward that hottest time of year, and they're not going to get a whole lot of relief.
All right. We're going to enjoy the 70s, though, while they're here for a few minutes. Ginger Z with us tonight. Ginger, thank you.